Hi friends, welcome to DHIKSOOCHI. In this video, we are discussing about net present value. This is the third video in the part of investment decisions. As we discussed earlier, there are two different techniques under evaluation of investments. Those are traditional techniques, discounted cash flow techniques, right? Then, under discounted cash flow techniques, we have net present value, internal rate of return, and profitability index. In the previous two videos, we have already discussed what is ARR and what is a payback method. So, this video is exclusive for net present value. Let us talk about this net present value now. Net present value. First of all, you should know what is a present value. The present value is the worth of rupee today. The worth of rupee today. Because the rupee value is not same all the days. Earlier, we used 25 NP. I don't think so. You people have used 25 NP. Right? And even we used 50 NP. Now we are unable to see the 50 NP in the market. So in those days what we were able to buy at 25 NP, now we are unable to buy it. Means the 25 has more value on those days than today. Same way, whatever the currency you have today, let us assume 10 rupees you are using now. So whatever the 10 rupees you are using to buy may not be possible to buy in future with the same 10 rupees with the same product, right? So it means that the value of rupee is coming down on year. That we call it as a discount. Okay, so the rupee has been discounted year on year. So the exact worth of that particular rupee on that particular day is what the present value. So if you see the 25 NP, present value of 25 NP is 0 because we can't buy anything. Even present value of 50 NP, we can't buy anything. Today 10 rupees value is 10 rupees. Probably in future, we may not get the same product at the same 10 rupees. Right? So what the present value says is, the present value of rupee is having more value than future. Whatever the worth, whatever the money you have in your hand, that has more value today than in future. It means that whatever you are able to buy with this 10 rupee may not be possible to buy the same in future for the 10 rupees. That is what the present value is. So net present value, as you know, there is a lot of difference between net and gross, right? So net is possible even only after some deductions, like kind of investments or expenses. So if you talk about the net present value, this is can be calculated as what exactly our cash inflows are, and out of these cash inflows, we have to deduct from these cash inflows, we have to deduct the cash outlay. In the sense, if you receive 1,50,000 on a project, our investment of 1 lakh has to be deducted. The leftover 50,000 is what exactly your profit. But your net profit value, that 50,000 will be discounted at a certain rate that we call it as K. That is a discount factor. So we are exactly trying to find out what will be the 10,000 or 50,000 profit, whatever you are getting, that value in future. So that is what the net present value. Let me explain you this formula over here. Here the formula is summation T over 1 to n. You know that summation is sum of certain values, right? So what are those values? CFAT. What is the CFAT? Cash flow after tax. This will be discounted at the rate of K, right? So that means the cash flows for the first year will be discounted at that rate for the first year. Second year will be discounted at the rate of second year value. Third year will be discounted at the third year value, like so on, till the end of the maturity of the project. That means throughout the life of the project, whatever the cash inflows we receive, those will be discounted at a certain rate, and then the total will be taken. If at all there is any salvage value and working capital is given, these also will be discounted at the same rate on the nth year, then total will be taken together. We deduct the cash outlay from it. So whatever the amount we are going to get it, that we call it as a net present value, right? So how you use the salvage value and working capital for accounting rate of return, same way we are, if at all the salvage value and working capital is given, we are going to consider it. If salvage value and working capital is not given, then we are not going to consider this part. We are only discounting the cash flows of all the years, then subtracting the cash outlay. That itself will give you the net present value. How the other methods are having accept reject criteria, same way NPV has the criteria. That is, if NPV is greater than 0, then you are going to accept. Obviously no, because your inflow should be more than your outflow. This is inflow, total inflow, and this is outflow. So inflow minus outflow is greater than 0, then we are accepting it, or else we are rejecting. So this is what NPV. Now let us see the same using the problem what we have used for payback method, average rate of return. Let me use the Excel and explain you. Yes friend, this is a problem. That is, initial investment is 2 lakh rupee. Project A, its duration is for 5 years and it is generating cash flows like this. And project B is also having duration the same and the cash inflows are these. Right? Now, let us say which project is working better. The additional information what we need to understand which project is more worth, that we need a discount factor. Discount factor in the sense how you are assuming the rupee of value is going to be discounted year on year. For example, if you have 1 rupee today, you assume that the worth of 1 rupee is declining every year by 10%, then your discount factor is 10%, right? If you think that it is declining by 12%, then it is 12%. Likewise, whatever the amount you understand that it is going to be declined for the next year, that will be considered as a discount factor, right? So we need the additional information, that's a discount factor for NPV. Fine. Now how to calculate it? So you remember that the NPV is cash inflows minus cash outflows, right? So cash outflow anyway C naught, that is an initial investment, but cash inflow we have studied one formula, that is summation I over 1 to n CFAT divided by 1 plus k whole power n. Anyway, this problem has not given salvage value and working capital, so we have to use only the first term of your formula, right? So here we need to first take the present value factors. How do you get this present value factors? Because the NPV consider the present value, right? And we need to discount it. So we need the present value factors. How to get this present value factors? There are two different ways of getting them. One is, if you want to calculate the discount factor, there is a formula, that is 1 divided by 1 plus r whole power n. We generally say that whole power n, right? So here r is, as per our problem, it is 10%. So let me write numerator in this box and the denominator in the next box, that is 1 plus 10%, no, that is 0.1. Okay, then 0.1 whole power n. Whole power n in the sense we have to take the power 1. So anything power 1 is 1, right? The denominator total is 1.1. Okay, now I'll calculate the discount factor. The numerator divided by the denominator will give you 0.90901. Now we are calculating the discount factor for the second year. Numerator will be the same, but denominator will be powered 2, because second year no power 2, that is 1.1 numerator, that is 1. Again the same number, that is 1.1. Okay, right? 1.21. Now the same one, numerator is 1 divided by, that is called the denominator. Clear? Same with third year. Third year numerator is same, and 1.1 will be multiplied, taken power 3 times. 3 times 2. So what is the easiest way? Already I have taken multiplied this twice. So you got the answer as 1.21. That's the square of 1.1 square, and one more power we are adding. So either you can do in this way, or you can just multiply, take the power as 3. You will get the same answer. So numerator, I just copy this value, then 7.5. So fourth year 1. Here I need to take the power as 4, because fourth year no power 4. So power 2 into power 2 also is a 4. So power 2 value is this into power 2, again the same value. So this is common, same way. Fifth year 1. Then what I do? I'll take the 4 power and one more power. That is a fifth power, right? So fourth power into fifth power. Sorry. Is equal to fourth power into the first one, fifth power, one more power. So now the formula is numerator divided by the denominator. Numerator is 1, denominator is this. Right? Now these are the discount factors. Now let me copy these in the PV factor table, where I can consider this for the calculation of NPV. Right? I have copied. This is one way of calculation of PV factor. After calculating PV factors, now we are calculating PV values. Okay, PV values. So what are the PV values? How do we get these PV values? That's simple. If you see in the formula, that is CFAT divided by 1 plus K whole power n, right? So that 1 plus K whole power n, 1 divided by 1 plus K. Here we have written 1 divided by 1 plus R or 1 plus K. The discount factor can be R or K, can be considered, not an issue, right? So the whole value, that is 1 divided by 1 plus K whole power n, value is 0.909. Now we need to multiply now, because our formula was CFAT divided by 1 plus K whole power n, right? So now you got the denominator. The denominator values are these. Now the numerator CFAT, that is this, right? So you are multiplying these values. The 3000 into the PV factor. Because why we are multiplying? The total value itself is 1 by 1 plus K whole power n. So CFAT into 1 by 1 plus K whole power n. That's the reason we are multiplying it. Same way we are calculating for another all the 5 years. It means that the worth of 30,000, when you have invested 2 lakhs of rupees, the worth of 30,000 by the end of the first year has become 27,272 worth. It is not the currency we are receiving, it is a worth of 30,000. That is what, how the rupee value is declining. So whatever you were able to buy on the 0th year with 30,000, now that value has come down to 27,272. Same way, 40,000 worth has come down to 33,057. 50,000 value has become 37,565 in the end of the third year. Likewise, we are calculating these values. Got it? Now, these are the PV values. It means that the total value, whatever we got it. Now, we have the summation. Remember in the formula summation. We need to take the summation of all these 5 years. So, let me take the summation of all the 5 years. That is 1,82,341. So, this is the first part of your formula. What is the second part? we need to subtract the cash outlay. What is our cash outlay? Cash outlay is 2 lakhs, right? So this is total PV. Let me write here total PV. Okay. Then this is cash outlay. So this is total PV in the sense cash inflow. This is what we receive, cash inflow. Let me denote it with CI. CO. What was the formula? That is CI, cash inflow, minus cash outflow. That is cash inflow is 1,82,354 minus the cash outlay. So you get minus, right? It means that the project A is generating negative value minus negative NPV. It is negative NPV. Okay. So why it is not taking is NPV also can be calculated by using the Excel. Okay. So now we are not using the Excel formula. We are using as a manual method. That's the reason we are writing everything in detail in this. Clear? So now the NPV is negative. We can write it negative NPV. Now let us see what happened to the project B. Okay, same procedure we are applying. Anyway, I'm just explaining you once again. First we need to take the PV factor values. Okay, so I'm taking all the PV factor values. Then I'm also calculating the PV values by multiplying the CFAT and PV factors will give me the PV values, right? Now the total PV I have taken and cash outlay also I have taken. So total PV and cash outlay. See this? Now what I have to do? Cash inflow minus cash outflow I need to calculate it. That is cash inflow is 18 lakhs, 1,89,000. Outflow is 2 lakhs. This is also negative NPV. So as per NPV, we have to reject both the projects because both are generating negative returns. Though the total is 2,50,000, but present value of that 2,50,000 is today's 1,82,341. Got it? And even whatever the 2,50,000 you are receiving in future, today's the worth is 1,89,539.3. This is the reason we are going to, even it is generating more profit. More profit in the sense our investment was only 2 lakhs, right? But the total cash inflow is 2,50,000. So if you see the difference between 2 lakhs and 2,50,000, you are at a profit of 50,000. But if you apply the present value, then you are not getting the profit, you are getting the loss. That is the impact of present value. That is the impact of discount factor. That is actually the true because the value, the rupee value is changing day on day. It is not same all the years. As I told you, 10 years back 20 paisa or 25 paisa or 50 paisa are having value. But today they don't have any value. If you get a profit of 50 paisa and 1 rupee, there's no use of it, right? There's no use. Same way, even if you receive 2,50,000 rupees, present value of that 2,50,000 rupees, that is present year 2 lakhs, if you compare that, then it is less than your 2 lakh rupee. That is the reason both the projects are going to be rejected. Hope you understand this. Then let us discuss the other two methods under discounted cash flow techniques in the next video. Till then, take care.